Amanda Sillier also joined the team in the early days, covering elections, sports and general news.
I think it was amazing to start a new office in the Northern Cape at that stage. When I joined the SABC in 1996, we were in two houses next to each other. TV was in one house and radio was in the other. That was amazing to be part of the SABC's history.
Johan Pienaar started out as a sound engineer. The all-rounder then started reporting before trying his hand at camera work.
It was quite a very interesting and a very enriching experience. Met lots of people. It was quite a thing when you visit an area which is not very often visited by the media. Places like Rimfasmark and Bulletrap, which is apparently one of the smallest towns in the Northern Cape. Very interesting characters on those towns.
Soon news reports from the Northern Cape started airing, from the establishment of the province and its legislature to the revival of the Khoi and San communities.
Particularly two stories that which I still remember very well, which I very much enjoyed doing. That was the establishment of the South African Large Telescope at Sutherland, when they established first starlight in this new telescope. I did a very comprehensive story on the construction and the workings of that telescope. Did some very interesting interviews, and it was truly quite an interesting story to do. And another one is a big air show that was held in Kimberley many years ago, somewhere in the late 90s, which was also quite a magnificent experience for me as a cameraman.
Another story I remember is Jonah Lomo. He used to be All Black, and he visited a friend in Kimberley, his girlfriend. And it was so difficult to get an interview with him. And one day we from the chemist, we went to the girlfriend's house, and we said we wanted to deliver the package. So then we went into the house, and that's where we got our interview. But I barely could concentrate on the interview because the man, he's got muscles, and he is really, I mean, what you see on TV is not really what it is in life. Yeah, he's very fit.
One story that stands out for me was the opening of the XKFM radio station for the Khoi and San communities in the 90s. They were living in Smitsdrift in tents, and they were relatively isolated from the rest of the community in the Northern Cape. And I think with the SABC opening that radio station specifically for them, it meant the world to them, and it still means the world to them today.
So when the office started operating more than 3 decades ago, it was the reel-to-reel for radio and tapes for television. Both of these were very time-consuming. Now they've been replaced and can be done on a smartphone. Today the office is located next to Kimberley's Big Hole. It has a much smaller staff complement, but the journalists here are still striving to accurately reflect the diverse people of the Northern Cape and their hopes, dreams and concerns. Ulrich Hendriks, SABC News, Kimberley, Northern Cape.